Hello and welcome to Nice the Hobby Table. I'm your butthole Blake and here with my fellow chocolate starfishes, Bowen.
Hello.
And Obi.
Yeah!
See, I purposefully didn't do that thing just to get under your skin.
Yeah! How the fuck are you, boys?
I am swimming. Is that a saying that people say? I'm swimming.
As long as you're swimming in the hot dog flavoured water, I guess so.
Maybe. I mean...
Sorry, guys. We're just... We're limping with the biscuit a bit today, guys, alright? My bad.
Do you guys ever just cook hot dogs and then throw them out and then drink the water?
Why would you eat the hot dogs? What? The hot dog water's the best bit.
But
Okay, better yet, do you ever cook hot dogs and then get like a straw or something and hollow out the center of it and then use the hot dog as a straw to drink the water and then throw the rest out?
Of course.
But you're making a soup, that's what you're doing, right?
Yeah. It's like Tim Tam Slam, but with hot dogs.
What the fuck is Tim Tam Slam?
When you get like a thing of milk and a Tim Tam, you cut the opposing corners off it, you put it in, and you suck the milk through the Tim Tam, and then you eat the Tim Tam. It's called Tim Tam Slam. You gotta try it, bro.
How many people have done that to warrant a nickname for it?
It's very popular.
Enough.
It's very popular.
I don't believe it because I've never heard of it up until this point.
What? Okay, guys, when you all listen to this episode, go on our Discord and tag Bowen if you knew what a Tim Tam Slam was beforehand. Even if you're not Aussie, or if you've at least heard of it. I want to see. But it is a thing. Anyway. Today, guys, I was thinking, let's kick it back into the retro gear a little, get our synths on, and talk about some Game Boy Color collecting as a platform. You know? Like, all about it. What do you think?
Hells to the yeah.
No,
No? Oh, well, democracy. Fuck you.
that's not fair.
That's exactly how democracy works.
I'm gonna storm your house, Blake.
You can try.
And protest.
You can try. I'll nut on you. Anyway.
Ew.
What? I'm not when I'm scared. Anyways. What have you guys been up to this week with your hobbies?
I have been working on some stuff for a client of mine. And doing a bit of drawing in my free time again, getting back into the swing of that. Haven't drawn in quite a while. So it's been nice. And also, reading some reading some stuff.
Did you read your manga you picked up the other day? Your
Hmm?
manga you picked up the other day? Did you read that?
Well, Chainsaw Man. I've already read it like twice, bro.
Cool.
Just trying to get back up to date on Solo Leveling, which is like a Korean manga comic. Really enjoyable.
Nice. Do you recommend it to our listeners?
Yeah, highly. Very much do.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
You know what? That's Bowen's manga tip for the week. We might start doing those.
No, my actual tip should be to read Chainsaw Man, because it's fucking amazing. And the second part just started airing.
Alright, well, go read that. Obi, what have you been up to?
Way too many stuff. I should have been finishing my Terminators, which I am, sorta. It's the final phases. I've been looking at lightsabers.
Oh no.
Yes. And I managed to convince Salt to get one as well.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah. So, I ordered a Kylo Ren looking one. Not that one specifically because it's expensive, but just one with the crossbar
crossbar. Yep.
Yeah. Because my kid wanted one for those, so I'm gonna give it to him for his birthday. And
Okay. Do you know the problem I've always had with that lightsaber design? It's the fact that, you got the blade, right? And then you have the crossguard emitter. But theoretically, if you slid your opposing blade down that lightsaber and hit the hill, you would actually cut the crossguard emitter off, making it a useless crossguard. I always thought that they should have fired back across themselves like that and intersected with the blade in the center. So it's like an upswept one, and then like obviously that can catch a blade if it slides down like a sword, you know?
Yeah.
But isn't the whole point of Kylo Ren's lightsaber is the crystal in it is so strong that he has to have those side vents to let it escape? Isn't that the whole point of it? Not so much a combat thing.
Yeah, it's
uses
more a
style
lightsaber. Because his style of fighting doesn't really fit the way his blade is.
I think while that is partially true, Bone, I think it's also based on an Excalibur type from earlier in Star Wars lore. Like, they used to use that more commonly as well. So,
yeah.
But I'm just saying, if you're going to do it practically. You could still channel it that way. You know what I mean? Like, just have a cross.
Yeah, like a V on the bottom.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Make the emitter actually have the cross. Like, not have an emitter stick out and then have the cross guard. It's bad design. But I've been listening to Star Wars and an episode about lightsabers, and actually those parts of the emitter in lore canon are like reinforced with like Beskar or like precious materials that actually can reflect lightsabers.
Okay,
so,
that makes me a little bit more happy about it.
Yeah. So lore-wise, there is options for it, but yeah.
That's cool. I think Kylo Ren has also just seen Ghostbusters and knows not to cross the streams.
Oh, that's funny.
Even though scientifically that makes no sense, but anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that he's seen Ghostbusters. Anyway.
Yeah, it turns out he's a film buff. That's crazy, right?
Right.
So
fucking leader of the Galactic Empire also enjoys movies on the side. Why the fuck not?
Why not?
So besides getting one for my kid, I also ordered a double pack for myself. Actually, I was planning to give one of those sabers to my kid, but I'm gonna keep both of them and just make like a Frankenstein really long hilt. Because I kind of want to do like these spinning tricks. A longer hilt.
Can you promise me you do them on camera so I can watch you jiggle your butt around while you do it?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, besides looking at spending way more money on yet another hobby, I've been slowly building some Mark 6 Marines as
well. I think a hobby is a nice way of us saying spending money on toys for adults.
Exactly. Because, I mean, my girlfriend's eldest kid, he also got a lightsaber, so it would be kind of cool to just do some practices, you know?
Well, I think the really cool thing is if you look up, like, historical sword drills and stuff like that, learn real guards, you can actually practice those with the kids.
Yeah.
Without them getting hurt.
Yeah, but
too.
there is the Ludo sport. There is a lightsaber fighting sport. It's official.
Yeah.
So
cool. Yeah. Isn't it kind of like fencing?
It's basically fencing, but with lightsabers. So,
because I remember actually hearing about that, and I thought it was kind of cool.
You're gonna laugh, but I was actually watching basics of it today on YouTube.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's really awesome. I like it. If you want a golden tip for somebody who's really good with sabers and staffs and stuff like that, Michelle C. Smith. She does insanely cool like acrobatics with it. She's like a professional stunt woman, and she's teaching people how to do it with sabers and staffs. That's my tip of the day.
Sweet.
That's actually pretty cool.
Just the tip.
Just the tip of the lightsaber. So Blake, what are you up to, man?
Well, to nobody's surprise, I'm setting up another fish tank. I picked
surprise Pikachu face.
Oh, surprise! Unprecedented. I picked up a 40-liter Aqua 1 tank a few weeks back. I'm just in the process of getting together the stuff to scape that nicely. I got some they call it Dragonstone. I got that going in there, and I get some nice wood. It's gonna look fucking cool. I got a whole thing planned out in my brain, but it's really nice, man. It came with like its own integrated filter and like light, and the background on it's black, and the filter is the exact same black, so it's nearly invisible, and it just looks really sleek and really cool.
Oh, yeah.
So, probably some more shrimp gonna go in there. Probably some blue Neo Caradinas. And, possibly some small Tetras as well. Maybe some neons or some rummy noses. And yeah. That's the thing. A little bit of Warhammer. A little bit of painting. Not much, but a little.
A little is more than...
That's right. And the other one is I have also been led down this dark path of looking at lightsabers. I was avoiding it. I was doing so well. And then fucking Soltaire did an unboxing live last night on camera with his Darth Maul lightsaber, and I'm like, well, fuck you in your face, you can. So now I gotta buy one eventually too. I think, so I've got a single-handed one picked out, but I'm also going to get a Maul-style one, like the double-sided one, because I did ninjutsu for a little while, so I actually have a little bit of experience with the staff. So I want to see if I can sort of translate that to some good twirling with the Maul-style one. If not, I do handle swords a lot, like, because I'm also a sword collector, if people don't know that about me.
Yeah.
But, like I have katanas, long swords, a Viking sword. Like, I have a few blades, and I use them for, practicing edge alignment and things like that. So I have a little bit of experience. I'm not a martial arts expert, but I'm very comfortable with a 1 to 2-handed weapon, but I would like to try that double-ended style lightsaber to sort of see if I can just get the basic twirls going properly. See if I still have the muscle memory.
For double sabers, I would recommend looking at like Ray Park and stuff like that. He's the guy that played Darth Maul.
Oh, yeah.
I was just about to bring up, have you seen some of the clips of him at conventions still rocking that lightsaber?
Yeah, he's insane, man.
He's still insanely good.
Yeah.
Even though that film was, 2 decades ago?
Yeah, 20 years. Yeah, 99, I think.
Yeah, he's still good.
The prequels came out in the early 2000s, right?
Yeah.
No, I think it was 99, dude. I was in grade 3. I had a
Phantom Menace was 99, that's right.
I had a Jar Jar Binks watch for grade 3, bro. Don't judge me. I fuck you all. I love Jar Jar Binks, alright?
Yeah. I think it's the generation thing,
Yeah. They just don't understand. They weren't there.
But even though we have been talking so much about Star Wars and lightsabers, this is actually not a Star Wars episode. So, anybody want to kick us off with a cool little quote that we got lined up?
Yeah, I think Bo's got one.
Do I though?
Yeah.
I mean, look, I've handwritten it on my hands, so that's pretty cool, right? I'm nice and prepared.
Oh shit! That's go.
As we've been doing so far, let's start this episode with a quote, as we usually do. So cats are interesting. They are kind of like girls. If they come and talk to you, it's great, but if you try to talk to them, it doesn't always go so well. Yep.
Who said that?
Shigeru Miyamoto.
What
a weird quote from what the fuck? It's so weird.
It's funny because you found more quotes that were much more suited to the context of this episode, but we had to go with that one. It's what? Why?
It's so weird, but I mean, you get what you get. There you go.
That's right,
people.
If you don't like it, make like a GameBoy Color and put a AA battery in your butt.
That seems very unpleasant. If I'm being completely honest with you.
Hey, look, man, I'm not here to kink shame.
Kink shaming is my kink. Huh?
What?
Anyway. So, yeah, even though that quote was super fucking weird, again, talking about Game Boy Colors. So, I mean, Blake, you're kind of the guru on these. You kind of collect them already. But what in tarnation is the Game Boy Color?
Well, the Game Boy Color is a handheld gaming console. It came into the world in 1998, I believe. It was preceded by the original Game Boy Pocket and the Game Boy Pocket and the Game Boy. And was superseded by the Game Boy Advance. So it was like in between those two. And like honestly, dude, if you didn't have one of these when you were a kid, like when I was a kid, you were not fucking cool, man. Yeah. Like if you didn't have it, you weren't rad. You were just a shit cunt. Like,
would you say people were bullied for not having one?
I wouldn't say they were bullied. They just were ignored for not existing. You know?
I mean, that to me just sounds like borderline bullying. But anyway.
I mean, bullying is when you throw rocks at people and whatnot, right? Like,
well, that's an extreme form of bullying. I feel as if neglecting someone's existence because they don't own the coolest fucking gaming device in 1998.
Well,
I mean,
well,
yeah, I'd say that's kind of
all
bullying.
I'm saying is I had one, so I didn't have to deal with any rocks being thrown at me.
Yeah, you probably did the bullying.
Hey! That's not true. I was too busy training Bulbasaur, right?
Yeah.
My salad leaf boy.
Oh, Jesus.
Do
you know what else actually, fun fact, do you know what else actually, sort of got its roots started in 1998?
My little brother?
Ha! No.
Oh.
No, our fucking corporate overlords, Google. They started, doing their shit, or maybe the search engine was out, not too positive on the exact specifics, but they could be traced back to 1998 as well.
Wasn't 98 the year that Bill Clinton got booted out of the White House for shagging women or something?
He did get impeached as well.
Impeached for touching the peaches?
Oh no, I forgot about that. Oh no.
You thought by not having it
for all these gems.
You thought by not having it in the show notes, Paul, that I wouldn't remember, but I did.
Because yeah, I remember trying to keep it in the back of my mind, like that's kind of funny, but I completely forgot. Thank you for reminding me. Fuck,
that's funny. Alright, but do you want to ask the next one, man?
Sure, man. But like all the different Game Boy variants, they kind of look similar, but what do we have as a main difference to the Game Boy Colors?
So the main difference between the Game Boy Color and the ones before it is it's slightly more powerful. Like, it can do a few more things graphically, not a heap, but like a little. But it also has a color screen. Like, so, you know, the old one was just black and white, basically, or green and white, really. The Game Boy Color actually has, like, a color palette. It is limited, but, like, you can actually play Mario and you go, oh, that looks like Mario off the TV. So it was pretty huge. Like, it's something you take for granted now in a world of 4K, 60, fucking whatever. Like, but, like, just having color on a portable screen back then.
Yeah.
And the ergonomics of it, like, it fits your hand much better. It has, like, that booty bulge. And it's just so comfy. So comfy, whereas the flat surface of the old ones, they have a booty bulge.
That's just, oh my god. You and your metaphors.
The old brick one was not easy, and then, you know, like just having green background with black pixels over it, it wasn't too pleasant to look at.
So you could say that it became a better gaming console, but a less good melee weapon.
Yep.
But I mean, even back then, you don't want to use that as a fucking weapon. Jesus Christ. You already have, if you're a human being with a Game Boy, you already have two weapons. There's Troy.
What if you ran out of rocks to throw at people for not having a Game Boy? Oi, wake up! Lob your old Game Boy at them.
No, but even then, before then, you just lob your Nokia phone. Like your Nokia flip
phone. No. We had the Game Boy before the flip phones. Like the brick phones. Yeah.
You can tell that I'm not old.
Yeah. But
I had a Game Boy before I had a phone.
Oh yeah, well before, for me at least. They were probably out around the same time, but people that had Game Boys didn't have Nokias.
No.
You know, I didn't get a phone until I was like 14, 15.
Yeah, same for me.
And even then, it was like a flip phone. It was really shit.
My first phone was like one of those Coca-Cola branded Sagem phones. It was atrocious.
That sounds very, very European.
Yeah,
Oh,
it still had like an antenna and everything, man. It was terrible. You could store up to like 20 messages. So I was sending messages to my friends. It's like, oh no, my inbox is full. Gotta delete all my messages again.
I actually had an alright one. I had a Sharp phone. It was like a Sharp flip phone, and it wasn't bad. It did the job. Shit for
I think the first phone I ever had was a Samsung Galaxy Young.
Oh,
look at this guy. He's already got fucking color screens on his first phone.
Yeah. That's very true.
Yeah, no, but it was like just a Galaxy Samsung, but it was like itty bitty. It was a little baby one. And it sucked. It was awful. The screen barely registered for a fucking touchscreen phone as well. It was fucking awful.
Yeah, you were lucky you came in when smartphones started. Like, they're already a thing. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true. I guess I did get lucky, didn't I?
You did get lucky. Alright, sweet. So, now I know the answer to this, but guys, do you know of any variants with the Game Boy Colors?
Oh, I know there's the Atomic Purple one. Yeah, that's the one. Yep, because I want that one because I really like see-through purple. And then you also got a little yellow one. That one's pretty fucking cool if you ask me, because Blake's got one as well. They come in kiwi green as well, or I used to play a little teal one back in the day, because I'm pretty sure that was yours, Blake, but I used to give it a go as well. I played Pokemon Red on that fucking bad boy back then. And then there was some fucking other purple one, and there was a fuchsia city coloured one too. That's a reference to Pokemon. Fuck you. Bang, end timer.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so that's all the base set ones. As Bone said, they did teal, atomic purple, dandelion yellow, kiwi green, and the fuchsia's like a reddy colour one, and purple.
Wait, I got all the base ones? I fucking nailed that.
Yeah, you did. And yeah, atomic purple. They also did a bunch of limited editions. They did one that's just like a straight up crystal colour, like just straight see-through, which I have, a heap of Pokemon variants, a Hello Kitty one, and even an Australian one, which is green and yellow, or green and gold for the Sydney 2000 Olympics.
Green and yellow.
Because like Australia's competitive colours for the Olympics is green and gold. So yeah. Yeah, I own most of the base set. All I'm missing is the kiwi green. And I have a Pokemon one and a see-through one. So.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Wait, wasn't I there when you got your see-through one?
Yeah. That was when we went on that trip over to Green Slope, so yeah.
Yeah, no, that was cool. And you also got your gold 60. Did you buy the gold 64?
Yeah, same day. I'm going to go back over there soon. Ooh.
Yeah, that was a good find, honestly.
Man, they got some nice ones on Facebook Marketplace. They have the Fireball Orange N64 for fucking $250, and I'm like...
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Might have to happen.
You know, might have to make a day trip again.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Now, I got a question for you, Mr. fucking host, man.
Yeah, Obi.
Yeah, this is a question for you. Like, this is actually a question for you.
What?
Self-appointed fucking butthole.
What?
What are some of why did you start collecting them? Like, talk to me about some of the pros of collecting them, you know? Like, obviously there's nostalgia, that's probably, I would say, probably one of your big ones, but what are some of the more niche pros to actually collecting these?
Yeah, okay, so I guess the first one was the color variant thing, right? So, like, when you buy a Super Nintendo, you have the Super Nintendo. And then the thrill of it is all finding, you know, the games for it, or maybe a few different variants. Maybe they have a different region one or whatever. Usually it's just like, oh yeah, it's grey. and then you get all the games. But with these guys, the idea that certain colours are more rare than others, and they look so good up on a shelf, like, I just had to, man. And the N64s have similar colours as well. So in my brain, I was always like, I want to have, say a green N64 on a shelf next to a green Game Boy. I want to have, and like that. So they're pretty cool, man. Like, all those colours was a masterstroke of genius from Nintendo doing that.
Also makes it kind of cool when, if you were cool and allowed to, you could take them to school and be cheeky and play them on the lunch break. But, you could go to all your friends and they all have different colours.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. Obi, do you want to get that one?
Sure. Yeah. Because they were so massively produced back in the day, they're actually quite cheap compared to other consoles. So finding these second hand, they go for peanuts nowadays, unless if they're in mint condition and still in the box, never opened. But
yeah,
that's
or
not
if they're
happening.
a rare variant, there's only 500 of them or something. Other than that, they have stayed pretty affordable. They have gone up a little, but for a standard Game Boy in good condition, I'd pay 100 to 120 tops.
Yeah.
That's the standard in Australia, at least.
Yeah.
How is that compared to back in the day?
They were cheaper, a lot cheaper back in the day.
Were they? Brand new?
I think so, yeah. They were affordable, that's for sure.
Alright, I'm going to Google this while you guys continue talking.
Because, I know that they're kind of going up a bit in price more just because a lot of the people who would have grown up with them, probably in a similar situation to you, Blake, where it's most of these people who would have grown up and got these as kids, in school, right? They're now at that age where they have their big boy jobs and stuff like that, and they can afford things, And I'm sure for a lot of us, especially in the sort of geeky, sort of part of society, we like to collect things that we grew up with,
Lightsabers.
So you could probably chalk up the price going up to the fact that a lot of people are buying Game Boys again.
Yes.
Because, there are probably insane collectors out there who do buy them, make sure they're in amazing condition, and then probably go get them PSA graded.
Yeah, so I just looked it up. They were originally $70 US, which is close to $100 Aussie anyway. More or less. It's 80, 90. But,
yeah.
So,
but there's 20 years difference between there as well.
Exactly.
If you take in consideration inflation and stuff like that.
They've actually lost a bit of, probably. Yeah. But the cool thing about that, man, is like Bowen said, it's not about is it valuable. You know what I mean? That's not always what it's about. It's is it rewarding to collect for? And like Bo said, it's about. I think it usually works out to about 20 years after a thing is released. It has a peak in its popularity for nostalgia because if you were 10 when you had a Game Boy, you're then 30, right? And when you're 30, it's usually when you start to get a bit more financial, sense about you, and you got a bit more money to throw around, a little bit more successful. Not always, but usually. And that's when you start collecting things. So, 100%, that's that curve. But I think a big thing that's actually kept the Game Boy market afloat in terms of collectability is how big Pokemon got again.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
And
100%.
the modding scene as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even today, the modding scene is insane. Not going to say you should do this, but, if you look at some of the mods that have come out for the most recent Pokemon game, they look insane.
Yeah, but,
people are doing graphical mods for that game, I honestly don't understand people's issue with the graphics. I've never looked at Pokemon as a graphically intense game. It doesn't look that good. Blah, blah, blah. Who fucking cares? It's Pokemon. Right? Let's just get that out of the way quickly. But, it still hasn't stopped people from doing, Ultra HD redone textures and stuff, and they look great.
Yeah. Yeah, but, like, even that aside, like, for collecting these, a big problem is how moddable the consoles themselves are.
And
So,
easy
like,
to work on, too.
yeah.
Like, just screw them apart and you'll usually see what the hell's wrong with it if you have, like, a keen eye. Like, if you see, like, a little component that's a little bird, fucking solder it out and replace it. The switch is broken, just clean the fucking switch and it's working again.
Exactly. And, like, to be clear, Obi is an electrician. Like, he has that. He's good at that. I'm not. And even I can pull apart a Game Boy and work on it. Because it is just basic electronics. Like, if you know how to do basic soldering, basic, cleaning up solder joints, things like that, it's pretty fucking easy. And, like, you can buy backlit screens that you connect in with ribbon cables and that sort of stuff. You can get charging packs, like, all sorts of fucking cool shit. Bowen's lovely girlfriend, actually, I don't know if she wants to be mentioned by name or not, but, she actually gave me a modded Game Boy when I had COVID as a gift to, like, get well soon, and I fucking love it. It sits beside my bed and I play Jurassic Park on it all the time.
Yeah, that's, like, the one reason why I'm not playing mine as much. Just, like, the lack of a backlit screen. It's kind of interfering because I always have to, like, have a lamp down. And then my missus is like, oh, I want to come in, I want to sleep. And I was like, okay, but I'm playing. So
not until my Cyndaquil evolves, babe.
Exactly.
But as well, actually, I don't know if you're going to know this off the back of your head, but did the Game Boy Color have is it the tri-wing screws?
Yeah, they're tri-wings, yeah.
Yeah. It's the only thing that stopped me from, like, pulling apart a lot of my Nintendo things, like my old DS, my SP at the moment.
I have those now, by the way, Bowen. So.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah. So if you need to yank stuff apart, you let me know. Alright.
You honestly should just buy my own.
Dude,
well.
$5 off eBay. Seriously. Yeah. Another pro of it, and I'm sure Obi here will agree, whatever. They're just dripping with 90s, 2000s nostalgia. I know a lot of people are just nostalgic for the 80s, but fuck you, the 90s were cooler. Right? Right? Like, that shit, man. Like, everything these days is either white or black in electronics. These motherfuckers were neon green, man. Like, just so gaudy. And like I said, I'm pretty sure all of us have owned one at least some point. And there's a lot of nostalgia there.
Yeah. Not 100%.
What color did you have, Obi, when you were a kid?
I had an atomic purple when I was a kid, so that's why I bought an atomic purple again.
To replace it. Yep. Bowen had my teal one. I had the teal one.
Yeah, see, I missed the Game Boy Color. The first thing I ever owned was the Advanced SP.
Oh, yeah.
So I skipped
That's the
the
flippable one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it time and we will do an episode on that as well. I think if people like this, we'll keep doing this format occasionally as well. But, yeah. Yeah, and the other thing is too, it's got a smaller screen than smaller than its predecessor, but with the same size screen. So it's more compact. And I think that's great.
Yep.
That is pretty fucking poggers.
Yeah, it's very poggers.
As the cool kids say nowadays. Alright. Do you know what the cool kids also say nowadays?
What?
What are some of the cons of collecting Game Boy Colors?
I don't think any of the cool kids say that, but fair enough. I mean,
what do you mean we're saying it?
Oh, we're not kids, man. I have grey hairs.
I was trying to make a cool segue, but you guys fucking ruined it. Come on.
Who's Segway?
That's the guy.
The guy who invented Segway, and then in an attempt to show the braking power of his Segways, accidentally drove one off a cliff. Anyway, some of the cons.
Actually, no. Before we go further, have you guys seen Jurassic World yet? Dominion?
The new one? No.
Ah, fuck. Okay, never mind then. Anyway.
Yep. Good tangent.
I'm seeing it for the second time tomorrow. I'm very excited.
Damn.
Yeah.
Good, huh?
Yeah, so one of the cons is obviously sounding like a broken record here, but we there is some kind of monetary requirements you're gonna have to collect these with any kind of hobby, but Game Boy Colors are probably the one that are not suffering too much from, like, we talked about it earlier, inflation.
Yeah.
So they're actually relatively decently priced still.
I think you can put together a decent little Game Boy collection without destroying your bank account.
Yeah,
You know?
probably.
I feel as if we need to make a soundboard to just repeat this for us.
What's one of the cons? It costs money. Every hobby costs money.
Yep.
And then bold in the background with another button next to it. Yeah! Yeah!
What? Oh, right. Okay. You're
Yeah.
saying I'm DJ for the podcast.
No, you're on the other soundboard button.
Why me?
We just have a button of you going, yeah!
Well, you can't get it unless I do it.
Ah.
So,
DJ
Just like you.
Lethal!
DJ Lethal! I don't know why we're so Limp Bizkit-y today, but I guess it just happens.
We were set off with the right foot. That's it.
That's right.
you know what's another con of collecting Game Boy Colors? Actually,
What's that?
Joe Mama.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah,
Why
my
you say
mom
that?
does not approve of it. That's for sure.
I mean,
Mumble
you could-
Road.
Yeah. So Joe Mama, that's a con. You'll know another con just off the dome while I'm on a roll, right?
Uh-huh.
You're lame. That's one.
Look. Once again, a real con though. Getting your hands on a Game Boy Color, as we said, won't cost too much. About $100 a standard, more for certain editions. But some of the fucking games, man, holy shit. Like, holy bazongas, as the notes say. Trying to find an original copy of some games can be expensive. Like, Pokemon Crystal, for example. It's going for about $130 over here now. And about 2 years ago, it was only like 80. So, holy fuck.
Don't say I told you this, but you can also just make your own.
That's
What?
not our business.
Huh?
What?
That's not our business.
Exactly.
Obi, are your windows to the walls okay?
Whatever is being said is staying in here.
Okay, okay.
Another con as well is, like we mentioned earlier, with the lack of a backlit screen, if you're trying to play in a dark room, you're practically fucked.
Yep.
But also in saying that, replacing the screen with the backlit one isn't too difficult. Like, there's plenty of tutorials online, and the screens themselves aren't relatively expensive as well, but that's honestly if it's even an issue.
It
So,
is.
honestly, some people probably don't even care.
It depends where you're playing. Like
It depends when you're old too, like me and Obi. Like, macular degeneration exists.
yeah. Well, it's more of a when are you playing and where are you playing kind of thing. If you're a person who likes to play while you're outside sitting in the sun, then it's fine. But if you're like live in Sweden where half of the year it's fucking dark in here, yeah.
That's true.
But even then, just play by the fire, man.
What fire?
By the fire?
Don't all Swedish people have fireplaces?
Yes, I do, but it's not on all the time. Plus, it flickers. It's annoying to watch.
Yeah, but you also get the warmth of fire, and then you just get to cozy up next to it and play fucking Pokemon Crystal.
You gotta get yourself one of those curly lights that sits above your screen for you. That's how we used to do it. Remember, it connects into the extension port thing?
Yep.
Like the link cable hole, and then it had just a little lamp over the top.
Yep.
Wait, what? That was the thing?
Yeah. Man,
Official or not?
no, but like, if you want to see some crazy shit, I'm sure Boom Boss will love me mentioning this, look into weird attachments for Game Boys and Game Boy Colors. Like, the things you could do to those things, like, there's magnifying glasses that sit over the screen, and then with a light, and then like a speaker thing, and then there's a thing that makes it have a joystick, and like it looks like a fucking Voltron by the time you're finished, you know.
Then you can get a camera which has someone else's pictures on it.
Show us your 8-bits. I love that. Yeah.
Now look, I honestly don't really consider this a con because, again, if you are trying to do this for graphics, like if you're trying to play a Game Boy Color for graphics, you're kind of stupid. No offense.
Yeah.
Just because it's like it's a fucking handheld from the 90s. Of course, it's not going to be able to play Cyberpunk 2077 on it. Although, I'll eat those words in like 20 years' time when someone manages to get that working.
They'll make it happen. Maybe not Cyberpunk. They might get a game that's less buggy.
Well, what's the thing where it's the staple? Can it run Doom?
Yeah, Doom.
Just get the original Doom cranking on it. Wait, isn't there actually a fucking...
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I'm gonna look that up real quick, because if there is, I'm gonna laugh.
While you're doing that, the other...
Oh my god, it exists!
That's brilliant. The other limitation is battery life. Like, it uses 2 AA batteries. Is it 2? Yeah, 2.
Yeah, 2.
But it can chew them pretty quick, man, especially if you have a backlit screen. So just be conscious of that, but, like, whatever. It's not a big deal. You can fucking get rechargeable batteries these days.
Yeah.
Or you can put a battery mod in. It's not the end of the world. Use your brain, you know? Obi, did you know that there's some cool fucking games for this, though? And would you like to tell us what some of the top games are?
The top game?
Yeah. What would you recommend for the Game Boy Color?
Since I am a Pokemon fanboy, I would definitely recommend the Pokemon games.
Yep.
If you want to go with the original 3, the red, blue, and yellow, or if you're in Japan, green.
Yep.
Those are a good recommendation. There are a lot of really cool moments in those games, and very fun glitches to do in those games as well.
Dude, did you guys ever use strength on that truck and get a Mew? That was like fucking insane.
No, I just got disappointed.
Yeah.
Have you guys actually ever tried to get yourself a missing no?
Yeah,
I've tried, but there you go.
I did. Because you can
fun.
clone. That's the way that you cloned Master Balls with the missing number. You had to put a Pokeball in a certain slot in your item bag, and then that item would get duplicated like 99 times. Hell yeah!
I also really want to try one of the speedrun tactics that people use when speedrunning, like red, and I think also blue.
Oh yeah.
You can do something with the name, like the player name. And then I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a thing where if you do something specific, you can input code through button prompts.
Okay.
And then, like, really early in game, you can get yourself a very high level, like, Nidoking. That's what a lot of speedrunners go for.
Nidoking's cool as fuck.
And because Nidoking in red was stupidly strong, you just breeze through the game. Obviously, that's with, like, a glitched run.
Yeah.
If you're doing glitchless, you don't do that.
So now, like, those original Pokemon games, they were released for the original Game Boy. So on the original Game Boy, they have no color. But when you play them on a Game Boy, they actually add a little bit of color to it. It's like one color. So that's kind of cool. But the next generation, Generation 2, Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, they were actually properly color. And they are essential titles, I would say. Crystal's probably the best, but Gold and Silver can still be had for a reasonable price. You pick them up for like $70-$80.
Yep.
Which is expensive, but it's not $140, $150, you know? Like,
now, I've never played Crystal. Is Crystal the equivalent of, like, the third version? That
yeah,
comes out, like,
Crystal's the
after?
Redux, basically. So, like,
So,
it's
like,
the
the
yellow
emerald
or the emerald. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
So it's the version after gold and silver, and they just add a little bit more. Like they take out some of the bugs, but you still have cloning there. So
Yeah.
If you were like me as well as a kid, I actually played the original Super Mario for the first time ever on a Game Boy Color.
oh
Really?
I never got to play it on a NES. The first time I ever played it was on the old Game Boy Color. Because
Okay.
you owned the Super Mario Kart cartridge that was like that see-through dark grayish green.
Yeah. It's Super Mario Deluxe. And it's a transparent case with some glittery stuff in it. Yeah.
That was the first one I ever played, and I felt like such a king when I realized you could press select and you could play as Luigi.
That's cool. That's badass. Another one is Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
I've
I've never seen it.
So they ported Donkey Kong Country over, but they also have a Donkey Kong game from Game Boy on there. So Donkey Kong Country is in full color, and it's like I don't know if it's a very good port, but it's Donkey Kong, so you gotta fucking have it. It's DK.
Drift King.
DK.
Yeah, that's
Donkey
right.
Kong.
DK. Obi, next time, man.
Zelda Link's Awakening DX. Personally,
Yeah.
I have no experience with this game, but I did previously play some of the other Zelda games, and
So
I think because of my age, I never really got into it that much because I couldn't read the text.
yeah, and I was the same too. But so Link's Awakening is sort of like the Game Boy's version of Link to the Past. Like, it's its own game, but very similar. And it came out on the original Game Boy, but they redid it as DX. So they recolored it and stuff and upgraded it for the Game Boy Color. So the DX specifically is that. But if you had the original copy, it'll still play on your Game Boy. It just won't be fully colored. It'd be like Pokemon. So yeah.
Another classic as well is fucking Tetris.
Yep.
Like, need I honestly say anything? It's fucking Tetris.
I think Tetris does not need it needs no explanation. If you don't know what Tetris is, you're a fucking idiot.
I feel as if you don't know what Tetris is, you are deliberately going out of your way to ensure you don't know.
Yeah, well, you probably do Fortnite dances for recreation.
You don't say that fucking, oh my god, it's John Wick from Fortnite.
Yeah,
Oh my god, it's Master Chief from Fortnite. Oh no.
Kill yourself.
it happens, man.
Whoa.
Whoa!
I was gonna say
Okay.
children are lame, but goddamn, man. Alright. I mean, look, he said what's on all of our minds, let's be real.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, if you were a youngin' and back in those sort of days and you had a Game Boy Color, I can almost guarantee you probably had at least one of these games.
Yep.
Especially Pokemon, considering, again, it's had such a small beginning and look at it now. Like, it's... Don't quote me, but isn't Pokemon the most profitable franchise nowadays?
Yeah, it's. I don't know if it's the most, but like, it's a mega star, man. Like, just all of it. And I think we will actually talk about Pokemon for an entire episode sometime. Like,
Yes.
everything Pokemon. Yeah. Obi's very keen for it, so
Yes.
it'll happen.
We'll try to make it family friendly as well, so my kid can listen to it.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. I just
Okay,
looked it up.
since you're doing the editing lately, Obi, you can just bleep us, right? On his edition.
Okay. I'll add
So
like a
this-
guitar squeal in there. Whee!
Yeah, like Metalocalypse used to. Like a pinch harmonic every time someone swears.
You'd be surprised to hear this, but the top 3 most profitable franchises in US dollars is number 1, Pokemon, with $92.121 billion.
Ooh, that's a lot of schmeckles.
Second is Hello Kitty
What?
Yeah.
at $80 billion.
My boy
How
Hello
did that
Kitty.
get there?
And then number 3 is Winnie the Pooh.
What?
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it might have been Spider-Man, but fair enough.
Spider-Man is actually on this list at number 12.
Okay.
Where's Star Wars?
And then Star Wars is number 5. Lord of the Rings is number 21.
Where's Gundam?
Gundam is actually number 13.
Whoa, look at me. Yeah, dude,
Marvel.
Gundam is Japan's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, so, what's his fucking name? Oh, I'm having a blank. The guy that has the red Zaku. He's like Darth Vader over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't, I've got a mind blank, but, yeah.
The red
He's,
comic.
he's the guy, man. Like, he's Darth Vader popular over there, you know?
I'm surprised to see Yu-Gi-Oh! On here, actually, at number 23.
Oh, Shah Aznable, his name is.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, by the way, just rest in peace. The guy that made Yu-Gi-Oh! Died, apparently.
Yeah,
I
he
did see,
did.
yeah.
That is really unfortunate. That
Man.
really sucks.
I'm not like a big Yu-Gi-Oh! fan, but that does suck.
watched some of the series.
Not a great way to go out, if I'm completely honest.
What?
I don't know what happened to him.
So he passed away in a snorkeling accident.
Oh, so it wasn't natural shit.
No, so he passed away at the age of 60 from a snorkeling accident.
This is why I fucking tell you guys, don't go in the fucking ocean. It's murder soup. You're going to die there. Okay?
That's why I don't go outside. At least
Yeah,
it's
right.
safe in here in my little duck.
Move into Australia, Obi. We have fucking beasts of all kinds outside.
No, I don't.
Now, Obi, it is my understanding that you've had a bit of a run-in lately with some fine cast resin.
Yeah, I wonder who gave me that. Thanks, Mixon.
Would you like to just give us a quick idea of your thoughts on fine cast?
In the words of Bowen, it's shit.
That's all there is?
Oh,
Good rant, Toby. Good rant.
It's just terrible, man. Like, how could GW even release these things? It's ridiculous. Like, the parts don't even fit. The resin has like bubbles in it.
I think it was excusable 15 years ago.
It's
before
not
we had the
today.
technology. It's not excusable today. And a lot of the models only come in that, and that's not okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Forge World should be coming in high-grade plastic. Like, that should be the... Like, unless you click resin, it should be plastic. This should be the go-to in 2022, man. Fix your shit, Jane's Workshop.
Get it together.
And quickly, before we do depart, I just wanted to say I got new headphones, guys.
Did you?
Really good.
What?
They're purple.
Oh.
I just thought I'd give a quick recommendation. They are Audio-Technica MX50s. You can get them in Bluetooth or wired. I went wired because I'm a dinosaur. But they're really fucking nice, man. Like, if you like death metal and stuff like that, like stuff with a lot of layers and very busy, they're so clear. You know, I don't know how they'd be for hip-hop, but they're just so clear.
I'd imagine them being the same for hip hop because you got a lot of those. I wouldn't say, talent, but it's more of a. There's interested design sounds in there.
Yeah, true. Yes, Bo.
Oh, you recognize I had my hand up.
Yeah. What's up, man? What's up?
Also, before we started recording, I do recall you saying you wanted to do a little bit of a music talk just on what we've been listening to lately.
Yeah,
as opposed to leaving out music minutes, even though they don't go for a minute. But
Yeah, look, we normally
it
try and
sounds catchy.
review albums and stuff for you guys and give you music tips. We are working on one, but we sort of just, we've been pretty busy, all of us. So we thought instead of that, we'd just say what we've been listening to and maybe share in case you guys want to check it out as well. Bowen, what you got?
Leather Terror.
The Carpenter Bride album?
Excuse you, it is Carpenter Brute. But yes.
Okay. Well, you've pronounced it as Brut for the last 5 years, so excuse my ignorance.
Yeah, I recently realized that's how you say it, so I'm correcting it. But yes, the new Carpenter Brute album. Fucking love it. It is amazing. What else have I been listening to? I've also been listening to a lot of is it The Grey Chapter, Slipknot?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of rekindling my love for Slipknot recently. Listening to a lot of them. I've managed to pinpoint probably my favorite Slipknot song, if I'm being honest.
What is it?
You want to take a guess? It is off Grey Chapter.
The Devil and I.
No.
I don't know then. That album didn't hit too hard for me, honestly.
Negative one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good song.
That's a fucking
Good
boopity
song.
bap.
I actually had that album on the entire time I played Doom 2016. So I had
what the fuck is wrong with you?
I didn't actually know that it had, like, Mick Gordon in it at first. Like, I didn't know how good it was. But I had this awesome fusion of Slipknot and Mick Gordon, so it was, like, even heavier than normal, and I'm like...
Either way,
I
the
like
fact
this.
that you listen to music while playing Doom is...
I
awesome.
listen to
Wow.
music while I do fucking everything.
How
Like,
dare
everything.
you?
Well, you know...
Are you telling me you missed out on BFG Division?
No, I heard it from you 50 times while playing Warhammer instead.
Good, which is why you should not listen to music when playing that game.
And why you should lick my nads.
I don't want to.
Well, that's your answer for that too. Obi, what have you been listening to, man?
I'm just too shocked to hear that you didn't listen to the Doom music while playing Doom.
It's good, but I was into
What?
Slipknot, man. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. I've recently started picking up the Star Lords podcast again, and music wise, I found something called Lo-Fi Goes Metal. So
Okay.
it's there's usually like lo-fi is usually related to like soft R&B and hip hop tunes, but this is completely played with metal music, and it's kind of my jam. I'm digging it. So
Just your vibe. You're a pretty chill metalhead, though.
yeah.
You're not a fucking... not a nutter like the rest of us.
I've been digging a lot of the... Like, I listen to quite a bit of lo-fi hip-hop while I work. Just because it's nothing too intense, it keeps you focused, and it just gives you some background noise, you know?
Exactly.
I remember seeing this one where it was like lo-fi metal, but instead of the lo-fi girl that you normally see, it was the Doomslayer crammed at a desk, like knees up to his chest, trying to write.
Yeah.
I love that. Also,
Zooms to rip and tear too.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I also just want to bring to people's attention, it was a little sad, but the original lo-fi stream that was on YouTube had been going for 2 years. 24/7, just with a heap of fucking lo-fi tunes, right? And sadly, due to some shitty fucking YouTube systems and shit like that, unfortunately, Lo-Fi Girl has finished studying.
Oh no.
It got copyright claimed after 2 years of being constantly live, and that is so shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks, YouTube. Thanks, big
Yeah.
Real
corporations.
cool, dickheads.
So that was kind of sad.
Alright.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, Jeremy Clarkson.
Anyway, back to the studio. Now, I've been listening to... Fuck, what have I been cranking? A little bit of, fucking Lorna Shore. Enjoying that. Oh, fuck. Revocation. Revocation put out a new song, so I'm enjoying their stuff.
Revocation. No breathing.
Fuck.
Yeah,
no, that's pretty good. We'll probably talk about that one at length a little bit more. I actually did listen to that new Megadeth song that Brenny was talking about, and like, honest opinion, the riffing in it's good. Dave Mustaine's a good guitarist, but Megadeth still just does not stroke my shaft right, man. Like, it's, yeah, I don't know. You know, it just doesn't do it for me. He's a good guitarist, man, but...
He's a shithead.
Oh, yeah.
I said it.
I've been listening to a lot more Blind Guardian again, though, which is fucking awesome. Like, Nightfall in Middle Earth, that album is like, creme de la creme. Have you heard it?
No.
I thought you listened to Blind Guardian, Obi.
I did back in the days, but I haven't done
mate,
that.
it's
The last
beautiful.
20 years, probably.
Oh,
50.
mate, come on. Remember who you are. But yeah, that's about it,
Thanks,
really.
that's depressing.
Yeah, besides that though, just my standard shit, I got like just a big old playlist that cranks along. We actually have a playlist for the podcast too. So
Yeah.
this stuff probably won't be on there, but all the reviews we do are
Nah, fuck that. I'm adding some Carpenter Brew to that shit.
fine.
I'll add the 2
Yeah,
bangers
yeah,
from
fine.
the new album.
Fair enough.
Do it.
it. But Megadeth is not coming on that list.
No. If it does, I quit in the podcast.
The list gets deleted straight away.
That's right. I'll delete myself. Yeah. Oh, the other cool thing is, I know Obi doesn't give half a fuck, but Pantera is going to be doing tours in North America
Who?
with Phil and Rex. Pantera.
Who?
Shut up. Shut up.
Oh,
Shut up your fucking face.
Got
But no, so it's rumored they're going to be having Zach Wilde as their guitarist, and this has been going around for years, but apparently it's actually official. And Obi doesn't care about Pantera because he's an idiot, but it is
Or
like my
Zach
love,
Wilde
so.
for that.
Zach Wilde's fucking amazing. You know what, man? I have a Pantera tattoo on one leg and a fucking Black Label Society on the other leg, so you shut your whole mouth.
Well then.
Oh, that's it. I'm Moon and Bring Me the Horizon in December. They can see my ass from the grandstands.
oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, nah. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for that. Yeah, remember to check us out on Discord. We have a Discord. We have a Facebook. We have Patreon. If you've gotten a laugh out of this, give us $1. You know? Because you should support content creators if you like them. You like their content. Because stuff costs money to produce and make, you know? Or don't, whatever. I'm not your dad. Or am I? But yeah, we got all that. We got Instagram. It's all there, man. Even Spotify now. And yeah.
We are on Spotify right now. Believe it or not.
Spotify. Also, check out Scarl405 on Twitch. He's our buddy. He promotes us a bit as well. Good guy. Lots of laughs there. Yeah.
He do be doing the Pog Champs.
Yeah, exactly. We have some fucking wild Halo streams on there occasionally when him and I team up. Obi just comes in, looks at us, shakes his head, and then leaves again. But yeah, if you guys are done, until next time, crank that amp.
I'm shutting my whore mouth.
Alright, you can speak again. I'm over it. I didn't want to hurt you.
Fine. Well, you slayed that, Gray.
We are knights at the hobby table, and remember to crank that amp.
Slay that grey.
Oh, we are knights of the hobby table. And remember as well to crank that amp.
Let's slay that grey.
And we are the Knights of the Hobby Table. Thank you for listening.
Bye!
Bye! Yeah!